Did you hear me?
Yeah.
So that's your response to my most recent question. I don't know whether you heard the preliminary. This is not working.
Mm.
I went to another bloody fucking stupid meeting of these prize idiots in Adelaide, with Hawthorne. It's Astroza.
Hmm.
I won't go into a long explanatory rave about it. Too complicated, like every fucking thing else. Now, if you want to go on living here, or living anywhere, without being locked up, like they tried to do to me, until I told them where to go. How old was I? And I bloody tossed them. Well, I obviously had more spirit than you're showing now. So, and I've survived to this point, for what it's worth. Now, you let me know when you might appreciably, from your point of view and mine, be able to have a reasonable understanding of what I'm saying. I don't think that statement is too complicated for you. It shouldn't be. Is it? Was it?
No.
Good. Because this concerns your survival and your mother's and Wink's and Freya's. Whether you all want to acknowledge it or fucking not. At the moment, Freya doesn't want to acknowledge it. It is showing the same mental cowardice, moral cowardice, that your mother shows consistently to me. I cannot depend upon it. There was an incident this morning. I've got to write it down in my notebook. Just in brief. Around about 10 o'clock this morning, when I was trying to make myself breakfast. Now, I won't bother you with the whole story now, but I'll try to record it. Are you recording what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bloody good idea. It saves writing it down. So I'm not putting over much energy in what I'm saying because I didn't see the need, but I hope it's picking up properly what I'm saying for the record. My purposes are that we, each of us, your mother, your children, me, should survive until the Creator says otherwise. Survive, I think, is from the two Latin words, sub, and then vivo, to live. I won't go into a whole story now, but I'll just give you a fair bloody fucking warning that your mother is not dependable. I can't depend upon your mother, except for doing stupid, irresponsible things. I called her attention to an emergency situation in the fucking kitchen this morning at about 10 o'clock. What is her typical reaction? Guess. What?
Walk away.
Yes, Oscar, yes. Not just walk away, run away. And then when it suits her, she bloody sneaks back into the house again and bloody goes to the fucking toilet. Where she reigns in the toilet and on the toilet. She reigns. R-E-I-E reigns. R-E-I-E-G-N-S. Is that how you spell reigns?
Yeah.
R-I-E?
Yeah.
No, I think it's R-E-I.
Yeah.
Be quite honest, I'm not sure. That's where she fucking reigns, as queen on the toilet. Your mother is queen of the shit. The seat of the coward. Evacuating his, her, or its bowels. That's what she does best. And as well as shitting on the toilet, she also shits on her loved ones, her fellow human beings. And I've endured this for longer than anybody else has, which is why her parents dumped on me, which is why they paid us so much fucking money in advance. Let it be known for the historical fucking record, for what it's fucking worth. Yeah. If I sound angry, I am. Now, I'm going to try to fix this fucking door that she paid our fucking worker. She pays him bonuses. And he just sits up, great big enormous 6'1" bully puncher, hotel proprietor, knows how to deal with drunken bastards. Yeah. If we or somebody here that I can depend upon, because I can't depend upon your mother,
Hmm.
doesn't do some kind of drill, drill, emergency practice for if there is an emergency fire announcement in this area. I've consulted one of the volunteer firefighters. I presume him to be. I tease him about his membership in the Liberal Party. Now, he doesn't confirm or deny it.
Hmm.
He's a cunning operator. That's how he survived. And he survived quite successfully. He's built a castle himself. He's had children by his first wife, a very intelligent woman of possibly Jewish descent. Have you met her? She's now de facto wife of Glyn Liebelt. What's her name? Sandy. Have you met her?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, she's a very intelligent woman, and she's also an alcoholic, like your mother.
Hmm.
I'm not sleeping very well.
Hmm.
I collapse if I don't get enough or adequate sleep.
Yeah.
And I'm not sleeping well more than a year. I've been weeping for about 18 months, a year and a half,
Hmm.
over your mother's hopelessness.
Hmm.
So there's going to have to be someone else aside from me. I can't manage the whole thing alone,
Mhm.
without help,
Hmm.
to care for all of our pets. This morning at about 10 o'clock, I was cooking my eggs on one pot,
Hmm.
my coffee water in another pot. At that moment, I think I had not lit the pot with the eggs in. But if the little conure that came along, came down, they follow the rules of Mother Nature. They see me eating and they want to share my food.
Mhm.
I think that's very sweet
Yeah.
and loving, just
Hmm.
like the Last Supper with Jesus.
Hmm.
Most people don't appreciate the primitive, natural. Wait a minute. What's there's a word for it aside from natural? The naturalistic impulse. It's in our genes
Hmm.
that we, creatures of custom, familiarity, or some genetic affinity,
Mhm.
share a meal together. Most people look at Leonardo da Vinci's painting of the Last Supper as a painting of a genius. I mean, they wouldn't know what a bloody genius carpet if they fucking fell over it.
Mhm.
But it has psychological and primitive, genetic impulse associated with it. So those little creatures come up and want to share my plate.
Hmm.
Now, it came up and sat on the rim of the fucking egg saucepan where I was going to try to boil my eggs. If that fire under that saucepan had been going for 5 minutes, it could have gotten mortally injured.
Mm.
Fortunately, I think the gas jet was not alight at that moment.
Mm.
As it was, a few minutes later, when I lit it to boil my fucking breakfast, I went in to your mother's office, which she stole from me after having made all those shelves and everything else. It just, I established that front room as an office, just the same way as I established this place as a home. Her father paid for the house, a technicality. I fucking established it. I got the dam going. I got the bore going, of which mother had bombed out on,
Mm.
welched out on, tried to make a fool of me at the same time. Why she never approached the original drillers that I contracted, I don't know. But I subsequently contacted them on 2 occasions. The first time I told them a story about my wife, I said, this is between you and me.
Hmm.
I said, she's got the money and I've got the knowledge. He
Uh-huh.
said, oh, I'll wait to hear from you. I did. The second call, he said, oh, well, look, sorry, but we're busy until a couple of months. Contact me in a couple of months.
Yeah.
And I told that to your mother. And apparently it's okay now that she's exhausted her fucking time-wasting possibilities.
Mm.
At my expense and your fucking expense that you're not even fucking aware of. Because you weren't around the place, because you didn't know about it. This is the foundation of why you're able to rest and sleep at all, Oscar. I hope you're getting the message loud and clear and recording every fucking word of it.
Mm.
For the fucking record, for what it's worth. So the little bird came along and sat on the pot. I assure you it proceeded. The one that I'm saying is the boy conure. Your mother says the reverse, the opposite. According to the fucking expert where she bought it from. I'm still maintaining my position of which one is the male bird. I hope you're still getting every fucking word of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for the sake of posterity, if you're going to be a part of posterity, and Wink and Freya.
Mm.
So I shooed the little angel away, and then I walked into now your mother's office again. Another fucking thing, which she uses on a daily basis, which she stole from me, appropriated from me, where I did not demur. I did not put on a turn, a performance act, saying, "How dare you take over my office?" I saw the rationality, even though I had not salvaged anything that I had in there, including my own fucking family photographs, of which you have availed yourself and the knowledge of, I believe, as indeed you are entitled to do, showing at least some kind of healthy family interest, as distinct from your mother's impulses, which are just Moloch and Mammon and ego worship. I hope you're understanding every fucking word I'm saying, for your own sake, as well as my fucking stupid family's sake, Freya's sake, and Wink. He, trying to look for a wife in the world. Well, jolly good luck, Wink. I do hope you have succeeded. You don't know that you have. I've seen some evidence of it. Even though she is potentially a Muslim. Hopefully she is not a fanatical one. what her instincts will prompt her to do if or when she has a child and she looks like a childbearing type, who will be your child, we shall see. Time will tell whether she wants him, her or it to be a Muslim, as to whether you could care more or less. Regardless, it's her child. Maybe she'll want to dump you when she has her child, unless you're actually legally married to her, as I am with your mother. So once you've got a wife, you're stuck with it unless you go to the bloody courts and say, I want out. And if you can pay enough money to the fucking bloody mongrel courts, well then you can get out, as I did with Laura. But of course now, 30, 40, 45, 50 years later, she wants to bloody thank me. She sent messages to my bloody phone. Well, bugger that. Too late for that, missus. I paid you off 50 years ago. Since when you've had two husbands and probably their estates, which will then go after you've gone, after you've finally shuffled off, because she's supposedly at a feeble in-care stage now. So she wants to thank me. Well, bugger that. I've got better things to do. I'm trying to save the supposed fucking remnants of the family that I've got now. Whether you like it or not, that's a fact. So I'm trying to save you. What the bloody hell else would I be doing here talking to you for otherwise? Now, did your mother take the conyers out and let me finish breakfast? Fucking no. So I had to stand over the fucking stove and finish cooking my breakfast while she pisses off. I don't think she caught the conyers. It's just that they didn't bother me after that. That got in my message. I didn't shoot or physically harm them. I just got startled when this little pet, this little angel, sat on the bloody rim of the fucking saucepan. Now it's likely to happen again. In my fucking kitchen, while I'm trying to fucking have my fucking breakfast in fucking peace, which your mother has really hardly ever allowed me to do. Now, we are likely to get another emergency. We've got darling little pets. Goatee, I rescued her the other night. She was calling out. Your mother was watching TV. I didn't know what your mother was doing, so I went down there and freed up. Sweetheart, Goatee. Then I told your mother, who was relaxing watching TV, as I said. Well, I saw her out, the torch running around. So what she did afterwards, I don't know. And typically she does not fucking tell me. Being autistic. Now I'm going to need someone, and I'm looking at you, to help me. It's going to be 40 degrees, they say, today. Being the, what bloody fucking day is it? It's 9th of March. I lose track of the days. It's incredible. I'm in an absolute fix, crisis, remembering the bloody fucking date, as is evidence, and as has been recorded on my continuous daily log, as I call it, dated and page numbered. You'll see the number of times that I've had to bloody change the date because I got it wrong. So I'm getting the dates all bloody fucking screwed up at the moment. Because I can't think properly, I can't sleep properly, I can't eat properly. Now if I can't sleep properly, eat properly, live properly, think properly, because your mother can't, How can you?
Oh.
Unless you bloody join me in trying to fucking do something about this crisis. Because there is a crisis. There's been a crisis for too fucking long. And I'm starting to get fucking impatient. I collapse under a crisis. My mother told me that my father did the same. He can't stand stress. Neither can I.
Oh.
I used to teach yoga classes, effectively teaching people how to manage stress through the practice of yoga. I was a supposed, imagined, purported yoga teacher for 20 fucking years in fucking ignorant, backward Adelaide, or as I was calling it a couple of years ago, Adel Kong Por, a corruption of Adelaide, Hong Kong and Singapore. Adel Kong Por. Bloody fucking stupid, complacent ignoramuses, taking life for granted. You can't take life for granted at all. And in particular you. You're a wasted genius. You would not be the first in the world, you probably won't be the last. Any more than I am. Well, I don't think I've been totally wasted. They tried to lock me up. Bloody Roman Catholics. St. Margaret's. The year was what? 1948 or 49? Probably 49, which is because I get my crises in a year ending 9. They tried to bloody fucking lock me up. They could not succeed for one day. They locked me up in the morning in a place they called the corridor, which was for uncontrollable or extra dippy loonies. Not for one day did they have me there. They put me there in the morning with Paddy and Danny, 2 Irish Catholic heavies. Paddy was the older, Danny was the younger. Pleasant enough blokes on their own. So I got the bed. It wasn't a one of these with the drawers in. It had legs on it. I smashed the frame. I smashed the legs. I got the framework of the bed, and I started smashing through the bloody fucking window. I don't know what the window's called. It's got wire netting embedded in glass, and it's one of those that you just open out from the bottom about 10 inches just to let the air in. Well, I was opening it, ramming it with the bed frame, opening it more than fucking 10 inches. By the time they burst in the fucking door, into the corridor, and then pounced on me. By that time they had aroused Dr. Sidney Forgan. He had a brother who was an invalid who was trying to date my father's sister, maybe back in the 20s or 30s at some stage of the game. Maybe through private college connections. I don't bloody know the rest of the history. But that of itself is gruesome enough to know about. So I was on my way out, smashing this bloody mesh window, prison window. They pounced on me. Danny and Paddy held me down, and Dr. Sidney Forgan gave me an injection. I think in the backside of. I was jiggling, and they must have They both sat on me, as they would do the same with you, any human body that they could sit on you while they injected you with. I don't know. It was just a temporary anaesthetic. The name pentothal comes to mind, but that may not be it. Anyway, the effect wore off as I was being transported in a green van, which is usually a body van, a Ford 10, I think, from St Margaret's bloody fucking Paynham to the Royal Adelaide Hospital, drunks ward, Z ward was it? Or anyway, which was the ward where they put the drunks for the night. They lock you up for the night at the rear of the old Royal Adelaide fucking hospital, where my mother's brother, Jim's father, Ross, finished his medical MBBS course. And then Grandma Buring rolled up in the family roller, a Hudson Super, 1926 Hudson Super 6, the last car that owned by my father's father, Grandpa Buring. She rolled up at 8:30 the next morning with a chauffeur driven, just like Mother's going to do with you, Hudson Super 6. So they picked me up and I yelled out through the bars of that drunks ward lockup, "Jailer!" He comes up, an overweight man, and said, "Don't call me jailer, I'm a nurse." I think I respectfully called him nurse after that. And I wanted to know what the fuck was going on. And I don't think he gave me the information. I think he said that they're coming to pick you up, or somebody coming to pick you up, which they duly fucking did. They haven't done that to you yet. I want to see your response. Your mother is a fucking moral coward. When I told her there was an emergency situation that was likely to kill or mortally injure one of those little pets, what does she do to remedy the situation? Your carer, your boss, your mother, your slave driver, your lady muck, for whom you shall be chauffeur for the next 50 years. What does she fucking do? Runs away. That's what our money manager does for her family, of which these little pets are a part, same as you. You're a pet. The Conyers are a pet in her fucking house, which I gave her. As I reminded her this morning, after I'd rather noisily knocked on the fucking door, shall I describe it, in my approach to get her fucking attention, her alcoholic spirit in the 40% proof. 40%? 40% fucking proof vodka? Did you, with your great store of knowledge, similar to mine, relative to your age, did you know, have you read her vodka bottle, Oscar?
Yeah.
Can you confirm, for the sake of the fucking record, that it is 40% is what it said, or is it a joke?
Mm.
You are being recorded for
Mhm.
fate.
Yeah.
Fate's arsehole.
Uh-huh.
What's the problem? You
There,
haven't read the label?
I have. There's,
And
yeah, I think,
you confirm.
yeah.
So the witness, please witness, arsehole. Witness, okay. 40%
Mm.
She doesn't need dozens of bottles to say 5% alcohol when she's got one bloody fucking vodka bottle that says 40. She can have 10,000 other bottles that say absolutely 0% alcohol.
Mm.
She can have 1,000 bottles, right, which say that.
Mhm.
All she needs is one bottle that says 40% proof alcohol vodka.
Yeah.
That is the bloody fucking moral backup that you and I get
Mhm.
from your bloody queen of the joint.
Mhm.
This queen, she's queen of this shithole. Bloody moral coward runs away.
Mm.
When I said, what are you going to do about this risk to the life of these little pets? While I'm trying to have my fucking breakfast in my fucking house.
Mhm.
And where are you when there's this emergency to back me up? I need a witness.
Mhm.
So, witness, potential witness, you can't snooze your head off while this is happening. Think about it. Now, I've got to try to fix this bloody mongrel cursed job at this bloody fucking door. Because there's a bloody fucking thing worked loose.
Mm.
So I've got to bloody fucking glue it up and try to fix it. 4 or 5 fucking days I worked on the bloody fucking thing because that treacherous arsehole that your mother gives bonuses to didn't do a proper job in the first place. He didn't even seem to do bloody glue the bloody thing.
Mm.
Because glue costs money. So he still charges her $100 for it or $50. Well, what did he make it for? He'd charge her 50. Oh, yeah, thanks, whatever your name is, the manager of the alcohol, hotel manager. You knew he was hotel manager at one stage.
No.
Yeah, there's a corner. It was the hotel. I forget what it's called. It's on the corner of I think Wright Street and what used to be Morford Street, Adelaide.
Mm.
I think it's Wright Street.
Mm.
Anyway, it's on the corner of Hurdle Square, the southeastern corner.
Okay.
Hurdle Square. Maybe it's not Hurdle. Anyway, it's the southeastern park. The pub's still there, run by Greeks now, I think.
Hmm.
So we could get an emergency. When I say we, there could be an emergency. I mean, how today, 40 degrees temperature. How would we be able to save all of our pets? Not all of it would fit in the Corolla.
Mm.
We would need 2 or 3 cars. You, me, and your mother each driving one.
Yeah.
We would need more cages than we've got now. We'd have to have a car, maybe the Ford, to accommodate Goatee. Otherwise, some of them would burn out. How many copies have we got left? 1, 2, 3. Morty, Loopy, Charlie.
Hmm.
3 copies, is that right?
Um,
3 cockatoos.
yeah.
We've got all these other little parrots.
Yeah.
How could we save all of them at the moment?
Oh,
With 10 minutes notice.
right.
10 minutes notice.
Yeah.
I don't think we'd achieve that.
Mm.
So who would we lose? Goatee? What would we do? Let the parrots free?
Mm.
They would just burn up. They wouldn't know where to go. They're cage birds. They're born. Several of them were born in captivity. They would have no instinct, no training, no bloody nothing, no bloody chance of surviving. We couldn't jam them all in cages in 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave you to have nightmares about that.
Mm-hmm.
While I try to fix this bloody fucking cursed bloody fly door.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, you owe it to yourself to be alert
Mm.
in the daytime as a witness and a guard
Mm-hmm.
over your lady muck.
Okay.
Any response? For the record, sir. I'm all ears.
No.
Thank you, Oscar.
Yeah.
Thank you for your attention. Thank you for the recording, for what it's fucking worth.
Yeah.
There's a lesson for you or bloody who. Who should be so fucking lucky?
Yeah.
How much of this bullshit more do I have to tolerate
Oh.
and deal with and try to remedy?
Mm-hmm.
And try to inspire, fire up,
Mm-hmm.
put a bomb under, inject into life, adrenaline, emergency.
Mm-hmm.
This is the fucking emergency, regardless of any fire announcements. That's just more fuel for the fire.
Right.
How is it that in Victoria, fucking stupid arsehole Victoria, with their fucking premier finally gone. He's gone because he's discovered that if he stayed, Parliament would kick him out maybe,
Mm-hmm.
because he's been such a bloody cowardly, mongrel, cunning arsehole. Has Victoria got a female premier now? Well, why fucking not? Could they do worse?
Mm. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Tanya Plibersek taking over from Albo
Mm.
before the end of this fucking stupid year,
Okay.
because there's an election due in March,
Mm.
and she's going to need 6 months to try to develop herself as a strong prime monster alternative,
Right.
or anything for what we've been in the assholes that we've got or have had
Mm-hmm.
the last few years. Bloody Albo,
Yeah.
bloody arsehole before, whatever his bloody name was.
Mm.
Total arsehole. Well, you get the leaders you deserve.
Yeah.
I haven't elected any of the bloody mongrels for more than 50 years. I got rid of Laura. I couldn't pay the mortgage, so I got rid of the house. The courts gave her the money from the house after the mortgages had been paid out. I got zilch. I had nowhere to go. The only friend my girlfriend at the time deserted me. The only friend I had, as I told you, was a Lend-Lease Chevrolet car type utility, 1939.
Uh-huh.
I got into there, drove around, ever increasing circles, until I found a little place down at Belvedere. I said to the land agent, how much? He said, oh, I would offer them $200.
Uh-huh.
I got a quarter acre, limited title. The
Yeah.
bloody fucking arsehole bureaucrats hadn't even finished surveying it,
Mm.
so they gave us a limited title. I attended a lecture last night.
Uh-huh.
The bloke says, you think you've got a title to your property? You haven't, he said.
Uh-huh.
They altered the bloody house title system. They contracted it, I think, maybe to the Chinese or the Singaporeans.
Uh-huh.
Our bloody arsehole government. You can't get a title anymore. I suppose they'd give you a bit of paper or something, evidence of ownership that would stand up in a court of law. The court of law would support that because the bloody government issued it.
Yeah.
The law would be the biggest bloody arsehole coward in the land. The law.
Mm-hmm.
Because the law tends to support the status quo, even if you're a bloody arsehole.
Mm-hmm.
All these wise judges bowing down to the top elected a-hole.
Mm.
That's the sort of country we have. Because that's the sort of fucking people, fucking fools and voters we have. I went into that electoral office 50 years ago after I sold the house. I said, I sold the house, so take me off your bloody stupid list.
Yeah.
He says to me, sounds as though you got it all worked out, mate.
Mm.
50 fucking years ago, a bureaucrat. I've never been on their bloody fucking arsehole lists ever since.
Yeah.
Still not. They haven't, someone knows about it. They haven't even bothered to chase me up. I'm not alone.
Mm.
They don't want to waste their time. They don't care. Police don't care. So why should I care?
Mm.
They're paid billions to not care.
Mm.
I'm not going to live in a home with people who don't care.
Yeah.
My mother is evidence in my home of a too influential non-carer.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't know bloody fucking how to care. In the crunch, she turns into a chicken.
Mm.
Otherwise, now I've got money from Dad, I can put you on your place, she says to me. 16 fucking months ago. My place, missus, you can't see me. Or at least you're hearing me and recording me
Yeah.
to what that's fucking worth.
Mm.
Now that fucking recording device is worth shit
Yeah.
unless something more is done about it.
Mm-hmm.
So broadcast it to the fucking world.
Yeah.
What happens then? With the fucking world, the rest of fucking humanity. They listen, oh, oh, interesting, yeah, oh, excuse me, I've got work to do, bugger that.
Yeah.
So someone else can record it.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, well, now we've got fucking Judgment Day, arseholes.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to a bloke last night. They're interesting people in a way. They're fringe people, so therefore they're my people.
Mm.
I've been a fringe person all my fucking life, even before they tried to lock me up.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, later on, another, 10, 15, 20 years later, they actually locked me up for 10 days, 10 days contempt of court. The screw was very kind. He said, you look a bit worried, Matt. Don't worry about it. It'll be just like a Boy Scout camp holiday for a couple of days.
Yeah.
I've never forgotten that. Shortly after that, he went on a week's holiday. Well, by the time he came back again, I was on the way out. I was picked up by my mother and my girlfriend in my mother's car. I don't think Dano's a girlfriend, Lorraine. I don't think she ever drove a car. I better try to finish this bloody job.
Okay.
So you better wake up to yourself.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll have to wake you up like this, regardless, without apology.
Yeah.
I want to see you have a life. I've worked for the last nearly 50 years. Yes. With this money worshipper who wants to put me in my place. She can't even see me. What's she talking about? So you'll have to wake up to yourself.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a heart. She develops in water. Chicken. Water. Chicken shit. You're going to have to wake up to yourself, because if you don't, well, I'll have to wake you up. I'll have to drag you along. For your own sake. If you want a fucking life. Unless you do something about it, I'll have to drag you.
Yeah.
There's nothing, no other choice. The other choice is to abandon the fucking lot of you. And I don't see, I'm really not the type. I got rid of Laura because I had no choice. I had no house. She had all the money. I had nothing. I had not a chance. Well, Bill and Kitty, for their own sakes, effectively paid me, several tens of thousands of dollars, which they didn't fucking miss. What was the price of peace for them? Peace, P-I-E-C-E, or P-E-A-C-E. Do you like the word plays? The price of peace.
Yeah.
The price of piss.
Yeah.
I haven't wasted my time. Well, too bad if I have. I've got nothing better to do anyway.
Yeah.
Than to try to save you a lot of dumb boys. And Wick is going to have to wake up to the same thing. Otherwise, he'll lose his girlfriend. If she's too much fuss and bother, if she's trying to keep a child, she'll dump him. So what does he do? I mean, these properties are his. They should be as much as yours and Freya's. So Freya treats me like shit because of this mongrel that she looks after 24/7 in her way. While she accumulates money, she'd have about $20,000 or $30,000 in the bank. Each of them paid $20 a week rent, effectively, to the government. Because you, your mother and I, and Wink, let her.
Yeah.
Because we demand no more from her, money-wise, but we could. And I could. I could get that place sold up. It'd take me 12 or 18 months working on it full time. I could get legal aid. Divorce your mother, that destroys the trust. Boom. So I'd divorce your mother, but to divorce your mother, I'd have to get a settlement on this property from the court. Now, the court might give us the okay to change joint ownership into 50-50 tenants in common. Tenants in common would mean that I could mortgage half the value of this property. I've never heard of anybody doing that. But technically, I'd have defined half of this property. This property today, it might be worth the same as that. These properties, that 30 acres and this 20 acres, are probably worth about 500,000, $500,000 each. So jointly, we are managing you, Wink, Freya, the turd that she's with, your mother, me, $1 million worth of property.
Mm.
Technically, theoretically. As far as I'm concerned, it's all shit.
Mm.
But that is a legal situation. I've written a couple. Achtung!
Mm.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Good. At least you're doing something sensible with your life, your miserable life that you're not having. Don't forget these words. For your own sake, if you care, sir. I've cared too much for 90 years on my alleged family, all of whom